Hey there, we are so excited you have joined us live for this one free training that we think can change your entire business.
That's right. But before we get into what we lovingly refer to as a sandbox, we would like to introduce ourselves.
Yes, so I'm Kelly.
And I'm Renee.
And we launched our business Love Letters Co. in 2019 with just a $2,000 investment.
Yes, and from that point, we, in the first year, were able to gross 6 figures, and we attribute that a lot to building a solid foundation. We recognize that there are so many incredibly talented artists, photographers, entrepreneurs out there, and what they were really missing or wanting to understand more of was
Google. So we took that information that we gained from all of those photographers we interviewed, and we started developing a masterclass. And unfortunately, as life would have it, 6 months ago, our local area was devastated by Hurricane Ian. We needed to take a moment to pause to focus on our homes, our lives, our families, and of course, our local community. With that being said, the reason we bring it up is that the one thing that remained consistent, even though we were unable to run our business day to day, was Google and its foundations that it had given us to keep booking business even when we weren't present.
That's right. And then if we take a step back even further, we were 2 years into our business and the pandemic hit. And that's something that I think everybody can understand and have the knowledge of, that it was rough. It was really, really rough. But the one thing, again, that we had consistently been working with and working on was our friend Google. And it completely helped us continue to grow and continue to have a very, very profitable year.
Actually, it was our second most profitable year during 2020.
Yeah, so, I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
So we have been through, and I'm sure you can relate, that we've had these 2 major historical events here. And we bring this all up to share that this is really how we have made our story. And it's kind of helped us define what we really feel is successful. Because obviously being profitable is one of those things of being successful. But we have a few other things that we've kind of made as our company mantras.
Yes. So to us, success is not necessarily about the amount of money that you're making. It's more about the ability to have room to breathe and room to grow. Because if you have all the money in the world, but you are constantly being held hostage to your business, then what is it all worth?
And this, my friends, is why we want to get you Google-fied.
Or Google verified.
Right. That is, today, we want you to walk away being able to start on the path of more growth and more success.
And more freedom.
That's right.
Yes. So before we get into the sandbox, we wanted to do a little housekeeping steps with you. We want you to turn off all distractions, put away the cell phone, and just enjoy being here with us and learning, because we're going to release some pretty good information that we want you to be able to enact today.
Yes, that's right. So grab a little notepad, grab a nice drink, and be ready, because we have something, if you stay at the very end, we have something very special to announce to you guys.
Yes, you're not going to want to miss it.
So let's go ahead and get right into this.
Yes.
So why is Google so important? Why is it important to be on the first or second page?
Well, Renee, have you ever scrolled past the second page when you're searching something?
Can't say that I have.
Can't say that I have either. So this is why we need to get you on page 1 or 2, ideally 1, of Google, so that you are the first relevant search when consumers are looking for you.
That's right.
So Google is essentially the OG social media influencer. If you think about it, before social media influencing was a thing, Google was there, and Google was telling us where to shop, what to buy, how to look up pretty images, pretty much everything that people get paid to do today.
That's right.
So the reason that we want to bring that up to you, as Google is the OG social media influencer, is that how Google makes money, essentially, is that as a website, when you produce a product or a service, and that consumer is searching for your product or service, Google directs them to that website. You go onto that website and you make a purchase or consume something. And then that website knows that Google sent you there, and then they pay Google, either through paid advertisements, spots on page 1, so on and so forth. Now you're probably thinking, Kelly, we didn't come here to be told to pay for ads. I know. You're not here. You're not here to pay for ads. I can tell you single-handedly that Renee and I have literally never paid for an ad on Google, Instagram, Facebook, never anywhere. We've never paid for anything.
That's right.
So that's what we want to teach you about today, is how to get to page 1 for free, because you never have to pay to play.
So these are the 4 things that we want you to start implementing today. And the first one is going to be regarding Google My Business, which is now changing to Google Profile. And this one's super, super important.
Yes, and next that we want you to focus on is going to be SEO. And we're going to get into that a little bit later, but that's a big one too.
That's right. Then our content. So what kind of content are we creating for our consumers? It's not just selling. We want to make sure that we are actually providing some kind of useful information.
Yes, and the last and probably maybe most important is your whole end user experience, because as we've seen and as we know, Google is going to promote you for having that full end user experience, because in the end, the better you make your customer feel from using Google to find you, the better Google promotes you. I know it sounds crazy, but just trust me, we're about to get into that. So what is Google My Business and what is it changing to? Originally, and probably for the past 7 or 8 years, Google My Business has been a free listing that you can create on Google's website to tell Google who you are, where you are, who you service, and basically what you do. It has been a phenomenal asset. I can't even say how big it is. Phenomenal asset. So with that being said, we get a monthly report each month that tells us how many users went to our website from searching Google, what they searched, how long they stayed, and what page they stayed on the longest. This information for free is invaluable. You can then direct the words that you're using. You can direct what page people are following on. You can do so many things with that information, and it's all free. So the first thing we're going to recommend for you to do is set up Google My Business now, or as it's currently changing to, Google Profiles. The reason it's changing is because Google wants to be more encompassing of all business types, from services to consumers to all different things. And it's getting a little bit more professional. So I like it. I think it's going to be a great addition to the Google toolbox. And I think it's going to be a great thing for us as website owners and as the business owners to be able to further get into the minds of our customers, to see what they're looking for, to really be able to truly service them.
So number 2 is SEO. Now, we know, most of us know that that stands for search engine optimization. But if you would have said that to me 15 years ago, I was like, I know the word, but I don't know what it is. Like, how is it going to help me? And what do I need to do to make it work, right? So SEO is something that we want you today to write down 5 words that you want to be identified, 5 words or phrases you want your business to be identified as, and then make sure it is on your website, because those keywords are going to be what people are searching for when they are looking for you.
Yes, and if SEO kind of scares you and you have no idea, because let me tell you, the word wedding photographer is not going to get you to page 1. There's
a lot. There's a lot of wedding photographers out there.
So you have to be very, very specific on those 5 titles or phrases that you want to be found under in your niche. So we want you to stay till the end of this training so we can show you our incredible offer to have us walk alongside of you to develop those keywords and make sure that you are being found specifically for your specialty and your niche. So moving on to 3, which is content. So this is the biggest and most important part about playing for free or getting onto page 1 for free in Google, is the content you're producing. And I know, insert huge eye roll here. Nobody really likes creating content, but what content does for Google is it validates who you are. As we all know, there's huge amounts of spammers out there, right? Google wants to know that you are who you are, you do what you do, and that you do what you do well. They want to know these 3 things. They don't want to talk about you. They don't want to promote you if they don't know that you're verified with them. So creating content is the number one way that you can start to propel yourself to page one. And we're going to talk about content a little bit in our masterclass with Google, but we want you to know that you should start thinking about this content and how you can help service your clients and also service Google to help you promote to page one.
And for number 4, we are really wanting you to focus on that overall end customer experience. So you've got your keywords in there, people are starting to find you, but then they need to actually want to stay on your website. Because it'll go against you. It's kind of like a negative ding if they click on your website and then they disappear. They're like, oh, nope, not what I want. So we want to make sure that you have a website and you are engaging enough with your clients. That's back to that content creation. It's all a whole cyclical thing. So we want to make sure that your customers are staying around and they're clicking and they want to know more.
That's true. So to recap everything that we just talked about and the 4 most important ways that you can start propelling your business to page one today is 1, set up Google My Business or Google Business Profiles. 2, we want you to go on and look over your website and really sit down and do some hard work and think about, how do I want customers to find me? And i.e., it's not by wedding photographer, as we discussed. So come up with 5 key words or word phrases that you want to be most found by in your particular niche. Then number 3 is content. We need you to really, 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 really start considering content. I can't explain how much that this is the one thing that's going to keep you verified, show that you're a true business, and keep you moving up on Google's ranking. And number 4 is your end user experience. What do you want your customer to feel, to see, to walk away with after they've visited your website? The longer a customer jumps onto your website from a Google search, the more little bonus points you get. It's like Mario hitting his head on the block and the mushrooms keep coming out, right? You're getting more gold coins the longer that user stays on your website. So you need to create an experience for that customer on your website for them to stay and to play longer.
Was that fun or what, guys?
It's so fun.
So we know that we have asked many photographers that what is the one thing they wish they knew more about, and it's always Google. They're always like, I know I should know more about it, but it's still overwhelming. And we're hoping that today's course really helped you start to see the lines and the circles and connect the dots. We really hope that for you. But we wanted to kind of just take one more step back to really explain why we think Google is so magic. So we launched our company at a bridal show.
Yes.
We literally did not tell any other local vendors. We didn't tell anybody that this is what we were doing until the day of the bridal show when we put it out there. And it was crazy. We booked 4 weddings on the spot.
And the reason that we believe Google had such a foundational cause of all this is that when we built our website, we built Google out, we did all of those things. When those brides went home that day and started searching us, started playing around on our website, started inquiring with us, and started looking at our social proof, Google automatically knew that we were validated and we were in.
So it was kind of like that snowball effect of like, they saw us, they went to our website, and from there the ball just kept rolling because we had content we had created. We did the groundwork to make sure that they were coming back and staying around.
Yes, and they liked it so much. We booked 4 weddings that day, and like I said before, it led to our first month in business being over $10,000. And so we want to invite you with that proper foundation, with that proper building blocks in place. We really want to invite you. If this sounds all overwhelming, you're like, Kelly and Raina, there's no way I can do all this. I'm just a single entrepreneur or solopreneur. I maybe work another job and haven't gone full-time yet, or I'm at home full-time with kids. There's no way I can do all of this. We're here to tell you, you can. You absolutely can.
We did it.
Yes.
We were career changers. We were all of it. We did it.
And combined, we have 4 kids.
Yeah, combined.
So if we can do this, you 100% can do this as well. But we understand that trying to take the time or set aside the time to do all this is very overwhelming. So with this being said, and all of our research we've done, all the other photographers we've helped, we developed a Google Masterclass. We call it the Google Sandbox that you don't have to pay to play. So we developed this program because we want photographers, entrepreneurs, artists to be able to come to this masterclass with us. We want to walk you step by step through the foundational principles that are going to take you from unseen and unheard to page one. We're going to talk about SEO. We're going to help you narrow down those SEO words so you truly are being found by your niche. We're going to help you come up with content to go ahead and promote what you're servicing, what your business, what you sell, who you sell to. And fourth, we're going to help you review your end user experience. So we want you to join us live. And for staying with us this long and dealing with us this long, we want to offer you one last amazing offer.
Yes. So we're going to be offering you a 50% off coupon in your inbox for 72 hours on our Google Sandbox Masterclass. And we really, really believe in you, and we believe in the course, and we believe in Google and everything it has done for us.
That's so true. So make sure you check your inbox. Make sure you sign up for our course if within 72 hours to take advantage of that 50% off. And we cannot wait to see you there and to share more amazing information and ultimately to compete with you on page one.
That's right.